Hello students, I myself Professor M. N. Jadhav, Faculty in Electronics and Telecommunication from KKW Polytechnic, Nasik. Today we will go for the types of feedback and the feedback amplifier concept. What is feedback? The feedback is a process of injecting a fractions of the output energy of some device back to the input, and depending whether the feedback signal adds or opposes the input signal, it can be categorized as positive feedback and negative feedback. After this, using this feedback, we have to go for the concept of feedback amplifier. Feedback amplifier is a device that is based on the principle of feedback. A feedback amplifier generally consists of two parts. They are amplifier and the feedback circuit. In simple words, we can say that the feedback amplifier are the types of amplifier in which the part of the output is given back to the input. Now we will see what are the block diagram for feedback amplifier. Here the block schematic is shown in which signal source is there, one mixer network is there, one basic amplifier is there, and a sampling network which is further connected to feedback network, and that particular feedback network is connected to the input, or we say that it's connected to the mixer input. Here there's a block descriptions for each block. We'll go in detail. What is the function of each block? The first block, that is signal source. The signal source can be a voltage source that is denoted as Vs, which is in series with the Rs, or it can be a current source that is denoted by the letter Is, which is in parallel with the input source resistor, that is Rs. The second block we will see as a feedback network. This feedback network is similar to a two-port network that contains resistors, inductors, capacitors, and its functions to feed back some portion of the output to the input. The third block is the sampling network. These are basically of two types, current sampling network and voltage sampling network. The output voltage is sampled when we connect this feedback network in either shunt or in series with the input. And the next block is mixer. The mixer circuit is also known as a comparator. It mixes the source signal and the feedback signal, thus produces a positive or negative feedback for the device depending on the signal which were fed to the input. Basically, there are two types of feedback and the feedback amplifiers. So here we may categorize the feedback amplifier in two types, positive feedback amplifier and negative feedback amplifier. Here the block indicate the schematic of positive feedback amplifier. Here we are showing this is the input source Vs, this is the amplifier, and a feedback fraction is denoted by the beta. So this particular circuit shows a positive feedback operations. For this positive feedback amplifier, the equation is given by the formula as AVF is equal to A divided by 1 minus A into beta. Now what is AVF? AVF is the positive gain of the positive feedback amplifier. A is the feedback of amplifier and beta is the feedback fractions. So for positive feedback amplifier, the gain is given by the formula AVF is equal to A divided by 1 minus A into beta. Now we will proceed for the positive feedback amplifier signals. The diagram indicates that the feedback in which feedback energy in either voltage or current is in phase with the input signal, and it is also called as a positive feedback. The figure shows both signals, input and output, they are in phase. Next slide, we will go for the schematic of negative feedback amplifier. Here again, as usual, Vs is the input source signal, voltage signal, then A is the amplifier and beta is the feedback fractions. Here we show the output of this one, that is from output of the input is equal to Vs minus Vf, and we are feeding this towards the output. The gain of negative feedback amplifier is given by the equation AVF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A into beta. Now what is A? A stands for the amplifier gain, beta stands for the feedback fractions. So this is the equation for the negative feedback amplifier as AVF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A into beta. The signal for negative feedback amplifier. Here we are observing the source signal and the feedback signal, they are out of phase. If show this positive cycle, here at the output we are observing the negative cycle. So the phase difference we are going to say is of 180 degree.
Thank you.